Hi, folks. Eldon Subway Surfer Bowling here, your creative caricature marketing consultant, coming at you with, I believe it's part 10, if I'm not mistaken, of why I hate Enter the Dragon. There will be some ambient noise in the background. Maybe you don't hear it, and if you don't, that's good. But if you do, please bear with it. I'm anxious to get this video out before the wife comes home and ruins it. Anyway, we're now at the place where Han show tells Roper about his operation, wants him to join, but then gives him a warning by showing him the body of his friend Williams, which he throws in a vat of acid. Yeah, and tells him, I just wanted to make sure we don't misunderstand each other. And Roper, unlike his companion, Williams, can definitely read the room and says wisely, no, there's no misunderstanding between us. And that was the right answer, and that's why he's alive for a few more minutes. Now, we switch back to Lee. He's ready to go all out and do his nocturnal ninja thing again. So he leaves. And I'm going to tell you the first thing that I hate, quotation marks. I'm saying to myself, if Lee is doing all of this mayhem, if he's going out to find information to get something on Han, and he's already dressed in black, why doesn't he wear a mask? I mean, there are hundreds of people on that island. And why doesn't he conceal his identity? I know for the movie's sake you want to know that it's Bruce Lee and not some stunt double. I know that. But I'm just saying, if I'm playing this by real life, you should kind of be wearing a mask so that you're not identified as quickly. Just saying. Anyway, so Lee goes to the one spot, where he knows he can have easy access to the underground lair of Han. And apparently, Han knows where that is also. And so they have something waiting for him. He rolls back the stone, and there's a king cobra sitting there waiting for him. A king cobra, black mamba, whatever it is there waiting for Lee. Here's the second thing I hate about this scene, Enter the Dragon. Han obviously knows that this is the entryway where the thief is coming in to take a look at what's going on downstairs. Why doesn't he have extra guards posted near that area? Why doesn't he at least have them in the bushes to spring out and, I caught you? Why doesn't he have a camera there? No, he puts a snake there. And from the last I checked, snakes, they're not like dogs where you tell them to sit and they sit and wait. So yeah, I would think if he puts a snake there, and as soon as he leaves, the snake just kind of scurries off to have his way around the castle grounds. That's what I would think. But it's there waiting for Lee, who just happens to have a bag to put the snake in. He just happens to have one. Also, Lee's reaction to the snake is not the normal reaction that human beings have when they suddenly see snakes. I would have accepted it more if Lee had jumped back, made a face, or at least threw the rock on him. That would have been more realistic. But he goes there, he comes back, and he captures the snake in his magic bag. That's what he does. I don't even know why he had that reaction to do that. But this is only a movie, so Lee does his athletic thing again. With his legs straight, which I said is a waste of time and energy, but he does it because folks need to be thrilled by Lee's athletic ability, and so he does that. He goes downstairs. He comes to the control center. He puts the snake in there, and he puts the snake in there. The guys go. First, what they do is they Your first reaction should, when you see a snake, to throw something at it. But no, they they go nuts. They throw a chair out the window. Okay? And then these guys, they must have been gymnasts because the way they flipped out of out of that compartment that they were in, they were up in the air, at least, I don't know, 3, 4 feet, and do forward rolls and just ran out of the place. Here's the next thing I hate about Enter the Dragon. Lee's on the teletype or wherever he is, the fax machine or whatever he is doing. What is he typing? He's type. I just he hasn't gathered much information. Not at this point. I mean, Han didn't give him a guided tour of the opium, and he didn't see William's body. He didn't hear the speech about hey, Mr. Lee, we're about corruption here. We're investing in that business, and I want you to join us. He doesn't know any of that. So what in the world is he what is he typing to Braithwaite? That now we might get cut off, and I hope we don't, but I'm still going to keep this video in case we are. But that's what I don't understand. What in the world is he typing? He hasn't gathered any information outside of Bolo killing some guards and also him killing O'Hara. So that's a wasted scene. And it's wasted enough for Braithwaite to look at this thing and say, don't have enough information, and roll over again and go back to sleep. Okay. Anyway, that doesn't happen. Alarm rings, and, now we see Lee beat the living daylights out of all of the guards that come up against him. And I have no criticism here because let's face it, after all, this is what we all came to see Lee do. To use weapons, get on those nunchucks, and beat the living daylights out of everybody. And he does it in spectacular fashion. Apparently, this is what Bruce Lee was waiting to do. And he doesn't really disappoint. Now, at some point, Lee hits the 3 guys with the nunchucks. One of them falls into the vat of acid. I've been hit by nunchucks before, and it hurts like hell. But it doesn't flip you up in the air and throw you into a box or a wall or anything like that. But it's just one of the things I hate about the movie. So Lee is running now, trying to get out. Okay? All doors closed. He sits down in a lotus position, and Han says, "Your battle with the guards was magnificent." And it was. "Your skills are extraordinary." And it was. And then he says, "And I was going to ask you to join us." And I thought to myself, how would that conversation have gone? Because up until that point, Lee's character has been very close-mouthed, very stoic, keeping to himself. At least with Roper, you could see that there's a little bit of larceny in him. And also, when you check his background, you saw that he had sizable debts that he owed in America. You got something as leverage. What kind of leverage did you have with Lee? I'm sure you checked his background and said, "Oh, snap, this guy's a Shaolin monk. We got to kill this guy." And speaking of killing, Han might have been shy about having guns on the island, but what he should have did was got some arrows and some archers and just fired on Lee from an upward position, and that would have been it. We was going to ask you to join us. Are you out of your mind? Are you insane? You have nothing to bargain with this guy. You don't even know this guy. Just going to ask him. That scene just didn't work for me. Okay, and so we're going to come back to the final scene with when Braithwaite gets the news and when all things go nuts. That's gonna be part 11. I'm really thankful that you guys are taking an interest in this. This has been a lot of fun for me. It has helped me to recuperate. I've been looking forward to it every day doing it, and there's more to come. So this is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling. your creative caricature marketing consultant again.